Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Swissman15, and welcome back to the last episode of Free For All in Free For All week. That is probably extended past a week by now, but I hope you guys are all enjoying. Tomorrow I'm leaving for my trip, and I also got to record the video explaining I'm leaving for my trip, but who cares about that? Right now we have a very, very good Free For All that I played very recently, 1 or 2 days ago. So basically, I'm playing as the Moors, under the Swissman rules, of course, and no max cav, and this is the one army I can actually get 9 cav. I usually get 7, pretty much in every army except for this one I have 7 cav, so this is an actually really interesting army that I have. Over here we have my opponent, Shahanshah of Persia, or Shahanshah of Persia, Shahanshah, I can do that. And then across on the other side of the maps we have Coin Panther playing as France, and finally we have Spartan Quap playing as Sicily. So we're gonna do this battle first, and then once again we'll go back to see the other battle before we watch the finale. So this starts out really, really quick, so I'm just gonna stay in a paused screen before we look at it. I've got 4 units of Peasant Crossmen, 4 units of Dismounted Christian Guard, and 3 units of Urban Militia with armor and attack, all of them. My cav is Christian Guard with attack because I can't get armor, which is unfortunate and makes him rather not good in a melee in comparison to other cav. 2 units of Grenadier Lancers with armor and attack, and 2 units of Turret Camel Spearmen with armor and attack, and then finally a General's Bodyguard, late period, no upgrades. It's 13 and 19 though, with a mace, so it's still a pretty amazing. Look, with all their defense, it's just one of the best generals you can get, General Bodyguards. And then my opponent here has 4 units of Trebizond Archers for infantry. Oh my god, this was crazy. A bunch of dismounted Byzantine Lancers in the front, probably with a lot of upgrades, and then dismounted Latin Khan to back them up. And on both flanks he's got Varangian Guard, which are already, even for a two-hander, they're pretty good infantry because it's just their massive stats. And then they're also great against cav. So, and then he has Allen Light Cav on each flank, and then 2 units of Cataphractua and a General Bodyguard, so a total of 7 cav against my 9. He definitely outclasses me in the infantry, or at least outnumbers, and archers I think have the advantage, but we'll see how this goes. So I think it starts out very, very quickly. We've both deployed against each other. By the way, this is the Tuscany map. Haven't played on it much, but it's actually a decent map besides this massive hill over here. If they just stayed not so high, it'd be fine. I remember this doesn't start out too well for me. Also, he's got a little bit of a hill advantage over me, so he's going to get the first volley of archer fire, and then he's got his Allen Light Cav, which I was not completely ready for. I didn't get a chance to look at his army, and then boom, they're just going to run in and take out my peasant crossbows in a single charge. These Allen Lights are pretty deadly, especially at such close range before I even had time to react. So I'm trying to get my Turret Camel Spearmen to scare them away, and they're out of there before I even get a chance. So, not starting the greatest, and I'm pretty sure these Turret Camel Spearmen are about to be shot to death by these Trebizond Archers. And yes, they are. You see one already down. And then I go for a charge with them, because I'm like, let's see how this does. I have so much extra cav, why not? And they are really slow, and they have no armor, so they're not going to do too well at all. This charge, I take out a few of these Trebizond Archers, but not nearly enough, and he's got me completely surrounded, and these guys will rout. Very poorly done, and I think I do the same thing on this side without thinking about it, and again, my Turret Camel Spearmen are out of here. Pretty wasteful of those Turret Camel Spearmen, but they will come back, but they are severely damaged and will not perform to their great potential, because they do have a scare horses trait, which is really useful when you're in a cav engagement and need a flank going on. Sweet water. It's very hot. It's always hot in August. Too hot. So, my Turret Camel Spearmen come back, and now I'm sort of moving my peasant crossbows forward. I don't think I can win this skirmish. You can see that I've been losing it already, so then I think I decide right here to go for the rush forward, because I have the cav advantage, and I need to see if my infantry can hold. And right now I just need to get my peasant crossbows to do one thing useful, which is shoot apart their cavalry, but unfortunately he's got his Allen Light Cav coming again. They have taken some shots over here from my peasant crossbows, but not nearly enough. So my crossbowmen have been pretty much neutralized, but here I got a charge with my Christian Guard straight down the middle. His Trebizond archers being flattened, which is a bit good because they're decent. They're not the best archers on the line, but they're pretty good in comparison to like my peasant crossbowmen. And he gets his Cataphractoire right out the middle. They don't have their lances down, so it's not the best charge, and they will be cut down by some dismounted Christian Guard in no time. And I'm still marching in, and I'm trying to get all my cav to the flanks now that I got them in the charge, but they're sort of getting caught in the melee. It's a real mess, you can see. Oh my god, I think we almost need to slow it down to see this all happen. I got my general going around the side to beat this Cataphractoire back, but he's got his Varangian Guard here. I didn't even realize they were there, which was very poor for me. But on this side we have a massive rout by the Cataphractoire, and he's retreating back with his Varangian Guard to chase after this Christian Guard unit that I didn't realize had run so far away until very later into the battle. My Christian Guard doing fine, a little shaken, but they'll hearten up soon enough, I bet. And these lines are very messy, and my infantry is definitely outclassed and outnumbered at this point. But they will fight their way through against some of these troops. I still got Christian Guard going around the side, trying to take out all these Cataphractoire. I really wish I got these Grenadian Lancers out of this fight, but at least they're holding back so much cav here. And you can see way off in the distance some Christian Guard and Grenadian Lancers going out really far as I was trying to fight off these troops. Also, I need to get some rear charges soon. And I still have this Christian Guard unit not doing much. I think I just went for a flank here, and I'm sort of taking out this Byzantine Lancer unit, but it's not enough. Here we have a nice rout by these dismounted Latincan in such heavy number because I got a rear charge with my bodyguard, but then he's going to respawn with the Cataphractoire, and he's still got some archers and troops here, but my infantry is breaking through on this side. But on the other sides, it's a very even fight. Urban militia, dismounted Latincan and such, fighting their way through. Very close. I can't believe these Latincan are beating my Christian Guard here. Probably because of the charge that was happening. And here, finally, my Christian Guard that ran so far away are coming back. Hopefully for a rear charge here. And look, here comes the general. What a valiant general, charging back with these Byzantine Lancers. And they might just rout here, and yes they do. My saving grace, a few routs. You can see how thin our lines were getting, especially mine, since he outnumbered my infantry greatly. And now my cav here was pretty much beaten, but I'm going to try and charge his Varangian Guard and take out these Cataphractoire. And I'm also going for charges here, trying to take out his Latincan. They almost rout, not quite. And here they go. Ooh. Cataphractoire routing, and these guys could rout any second, even though I'm the one being sandwiched. And here we have more Christian Guard fighting off these dismounted Latincan. And here, just very close infantry fights. Some more dismounted Latincan taking out Christian Guard. They are in about equal numbers, but I think I can get a rear flank on them. But of course, the Byzantines have a bunch of troops returning to the fight, which is more than annoying. And these lines are getting more and more jumbled and confusing, and it's all going to come down really to who's the general first, I would say. I still have a few units of peasant crossmen getting their volleys off here and there. And this this was sad. My Christian Guard here getting sort of sandwiched along with the urban militia routing behind them. I think they rout soon. They can't really handle so much. And the Byzantines still have a lot of cav left. I mean, I have a decent amount too, but I'm not using it to fight as cav. I'm going for rear charges. Luckily, this is a great rear charge, and I think they will rout here. Should. They're just Byzantine Lancers. Nope, they were happy with that. And luckily my general is so good. It's just the general's bodyguard for the Moors is such a great general's bodyguard. You see those awesome maces in their armor. They look really awesome. And they fight awesome too. And I'm just trying to take out his general and soil him. You can see I got Christian Guard in the mix. Running through, trying to take out his infantry before it reaches my peasant crossbows, which they're like inches in front of me and they're just not fighting. But then there goes his general. The papier-mâché armor has finally failed him. In the words of Captain, he's the one who developed that phrase, papier-mâché. He's still got so many Cataphractoire running around and harassing me, and of course they have maces too, which is intimidating to say the least. But with a few volleys of crossbowmen, I think I should be fine. And now I'm retreating some of these peasant crossbows, trying to make sure they don't get eaten away. And I still got some cav here, but my infantry has been completely soiled out, and I'm just trying to charge and take out as much as I can. At this point, I think I had lost the battle. It doesn't seem good, considering the amount of numbers of infantry he has, but the more I look, the more it seems like, well, he's got 5 here. That's not too much. And he's using it all against my cav, and he's not bothering with those peasant crossbows, which is very useful to me, because then I can shoot more. And this charge just melted one of these units away without any damage. The Christian Guard, for some reason, I think they can charge much better than the cav. For some reason, they're just really good at it. And this Cataphractoire was melted away by my General's Bodyguard and a supplementing crossbow fire, which was more than useful. Already down to 1 unit. And I'm taking out some Trebizond archers. He's got some Varangian Guard coming after me, which I don't particularly like. And a nice charge here, I think. Yep, taking out quite a few Latin and Byzantine Lancers here. Quite good. I think it's all Latin, actually. Nope, 1 Byzantine Lancer left. And here you have the crossbow bolts coming in, taking their toll. He's still got some Cataphractoire chasing my Christian Guard. And at this point, I think I'm like, okay, I can get the win with my peasant archers and really shoot them down. He's only got a few heavy infantry. Neither of us can really win this game anymore. You can see the battle is almost starting over there, while ours was just finishing. It seems. Oh my God, he wrecked some of my Christian Guard over here. Took out 3 of them with his Varangian Guard, which was to be expected. Such a great unit. And he's just going. I'm just going, making him go back and forth with the few units he has. I mean, he's got like 10 units total left. 3, 5, 4, 9. 9 units left. There's my 40-something with all my crossbows. Going for a charge here. Let's see who wins. Win, Christian Guard. Take him out. Oh, no, he dies. Oh, poor guy. The last Christian Guard dead on the field along with the rest. At least the Christian Guard fight really long and well. So now I'm rushing up my peasant crossbows, trying to take out and just win this battle. It has to be mine to win. Oh. This army of mine, this Moorish army, is much like my HRE army, completely undefeated. I haven't used it nearly as much, but it's a nice army. The weakness lies in the low numbers of infantry, truly. And ooh, there goes the last Byzantine Lancer, slain by some crossbowmen. And here, I think, nope. Oh, he's charging with his Cataphractoire while trying to take out this peasant crossbow unit, but fortunately, I think he gets shot to bits here. Yep, there he goes, slain. 1 down. And there goes all his cav, and I still have 2. He's got his heavy infantry, but in such a low and sparse number that it's not really much of a problem to me. And I just want to shoot down his Varangian Guard, and they're very tired. Without a general, they're very prone to rout as well. I think my savior in this battle was the Great General's Bodyguard of the Moors, since it does so well. Oh, and there goes only my general is left. The last cav I have is my general, once again. It's always pesky when it's the last unit left and he just never seems to die. And there you can see all the crossbow bolts just melting his infantry away. He's still got 4 Varangian Guard, 2 Latin Con. But I think here we just might get a rout. Yep, you can see 2 of them falling, and boom, a rout and another rout. And I have won the battle by a slim margin against Shasha of Persia. That was such a close battle, and I really say GG to that, but you can see I have a total of 56 crossmen, so 57 troops total. That's not that much afterwards. So let's go back and see the other battle before you see the final match up. But you see, look at that margin, nothing. See you guys then. And welcome back. The Byzantine general just died, to give you a frame of how long it took him to actually fight. The French were down here by Coligny-Panther. Coligny-Panther is the French general, and Spartan-Quap is the Sicilian general. So if you just look at the army comps, France has a bunch of Sheriff Knights and Noble Knights and a General's Bodyguard, a total of 7 cav, all with armor and attack, I believe. He's got 4 Feudal Knights and 4 Chivalric Knights, all the Feudal Knights sporting some nice armor upgrades, and 2 Noble Knights, dismounted Noble Knights, I mean. And finally, he's got 4 Crossbowmen, so he saved a lot of money there with the Crossbowmen. He's probably not going to go for winning the skirmish like Spartan is. Spartan, on the other hand, has 8 cav total, quite a few. He's got a bunch of Norman Knights, some Knights Hospitaller, and a lot of Knights Hospitaller, actually. I don't know why. Not really the most cost-effective army, since Chivalric Knights perform better with armor and attack than them with 2 armor and 1 attack, since it's the same stats, but they just cost more money. And his general doesn't have any attack upgrade at all, and he's only got 6 infantry, a few Norman Knights, and then 2 sword and bucklermen. Or wait, no, one's a broken lances. So his infantry is nowhere near the quality of the French. So I think the French overall have a better build, but it's going to come down to the micro of the cav that could really do it. Since Sicily does have a cav advantage, he's gone hard on 8 cav, but I think France can use that to his advantage because he can he needs to kill as much cav as he can. I thought I could slow it down a little bit more. It seemed a little fast, but I forget that online battles have a lot of lag and you get used to it. But here he hasn't had the support of his infantry quite soon enough, so he needs to pull out of this quick. He wants to catch the Sicilian cav in engagement like this. Like, this is a perfect charge with the Noble Knights taking out a ton of these Chivalric Knights, you can see. And he wants to get his cav himself out, but it seems he's still fighting front. He just doesn't want to let him get any flanks, and wow, they're just going straight in combat like that. France lost a ton of cav, and Sicily still has quite a few too. I mean, so France hasn't quite evened the cav engagement, but he needs to use these Feudal Knights, get some charges, but oh no, this is bad. Oh, no, it's actually not a really good charge, so at least you can try to take out some of these Norman Knights that are mounted here. And France is breaking through, it seems, with the infantry fight. These sword and bucklermen shouldn't last too long, even against a two-hander, because they just got ran through. They're not too happy about that either. And this is just an interesting fight. He should get his general out of there, I do think, and try to just get some flanks and stop these charges from happening, because look at how it's taking out his infantry, which is his advantage in this fight. Maybe focus fire on the enemy cav. Of course, France is still out-caved, and he seems to be a little bit out-microed here, with Spartan just wrecking it, but at least he's got his crossbow fire focusing in the right areas. And here he's got a nice counter-charge too against these Knights Hospitaller, playing very, very well. So Knights Hospitaller breaking through the middle. The problem for, I think, for Coin Panther as France is that he doesn't have the defined lines that you want. Spartan has so many areas where he can just go around and try to break through the lines. And unfortunately, these French infantry are not quite fighting up to par that you would hope in taking out these Norman Knights very quick, because he needs to just melt them away so he can take out the Sicilian cav. He's got to keep his crossmen safe as well. Whew. And here we go. He's getting some routes on this side. He's trying to break through, but unfortunately the two-handers will not do that against broken lances. They did fight off some sword and bucklermen, sorry. But we'll see. He's still got some more returning. Probably should go for a flank here. And look, there's just cav in such high numbers colliding here. France finally breaking through the middle here. He should now go to loose formation with all his infantry. Oh yes, he does. Look at that. Just when I said it. Good job, Coin Panther. Oh wait, no, it's not actually loose formation. He just turned. Aw, that's a disappointment. You can see he's going to try and chase after these guys. Maybe take some of them out. He actually might get one. Nope. He's got some cav left, so it does seem like he should have an advantage in this fight if you can just take out some of these Norman Knights a little quicker and keep his general's bodyguard safe. But oh my god, Spartan still has so much cav left. Still a decent amount of infantry as well. You just got to get it surrounded and try and take out as much as he can. Oh, there's one more Norman Knight. Maybe take out the general. I think that's what he needs most. And definitely you don't get your cav in the fight and die. You want your cav just to block the enemy cav charges, whatever you have left. But they're running through these Norman Knights here. Jeez, they're just falling and now routing. So that's good for France, but he's got such a blob here with his infantry. He needs to go to loose formation, protect himself from charges and such, and try to take out this general. What I would do is retreat back to the crossbowmen, maybe, even though Spartan Klopp still has a bunch of Sicilian crossbowmen. Maybe that'll be the bane of France's existence, is that he doesn't have the crossmen that can take on much or shoot very far, and he's still very tight formation, not killing off enough of these cav fast enough. So each charge is going to whittle him down since he's not in that loose counter charge. You want a loose formation counter charge, and you can really damage enemy cav. But also, Spartan has so much of it left somehow. We still got the French general's bodyguard and a few noble knights as well. Some Shiverick knights just taking on these crossmen with no problem. They probably won't ever die. I think they were fighting for a while and just killing like tons. And now he should just focus fire on this Knight's Hospitality unit. It's all he needs to take out. And there's a Sicilian. Where's the Sicilian general? That's a real question. I think he ran off this way. Yep, he somehow went down there, probably chasing routers. Gonna come back and take out these French crossbowmen. And we've still got some Pavi's crossbows here. And he's just gotta try and take out these Knights Hospitaller. It's the one thing holding him back. And since they were so close everywhere else, and he hasn't gotten his infantry in loose formation quite yet, and some Pavi's going for the melee. Maybe focus fire on the general. Oh, his Feudal Knights are routing too. They were a little tired after walking up this hill, I would assume, or at least they were warmed up and then got to win it before the fight even happened. So that might have been a disadvantage for him. And these crossbows are just, they have no heart or skill. And there goes his general, and that is going to be the end of France, unfortunately. That's kind of disappointing. Yep, he will rout here, and I think that'll be his entire army once these guys go as well. And there they go. And that's all of France routing and fleeing the field. And I think in a second I admit defeat as well, yes, because I only have some crossbowmen, peasant crossbows, and my general, and I cannot take on this force. And it would be a long walk before we'd even fight. But that was a good free-for-all. Let's see, I got 887 kills and 91 captures. My opponent getting 883 and 22, so he was really close to me in kills, and he just almost had me. He was so close to beating me. Sorry, Shahenshah Persia. Spartan Klopp doing very well as well, getting 862 kills and 61 captures, and Coin Panther 745 and 102 captures. So he did very, very well for being being defeated. He still had a few left, but his crossmen are the ones I think lost him. If he was like, let's say Spain with the same build, because you could get that literal build pretty much, and maybe with almost that literal build, maybe with a little bit more or better troops, he could have beaten Spartan Klopp. It's just that his crossmen never really got the kills on the cav that you need. It might have been partially the more cav that Spartan Klopp have, but I think it was more so just the micro that Spartan had. He really protected his cav because he knew it was important to him, and Coin Panther never really got to kill it, and he lost a lot in that initial charge, even though it was quite glorious. So good game to all of you guys. Everybody's like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you all in the next battle, guys, because this is the end of Free-for-All Week. I hope you enjoyed all those free-for-alls, and I hope that I didn't crash on my plane to or back from Switzerland. That would be sad. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye, my friends.